Story 1. The stranger at the bar. I was out at a bar one night with some friends. Just one of those random nights where everyone needed to blow off some steam. The place was alive, bass thumping, people shouting over each other to be heard, laughter echoing from the dance floor, and drinks flowing like water. It felt like the kind of night that promised nothing but fun. I walked up to the bar alone to grab another round of drinks when I noticed a guy standing a few feet away. He wasn't drinking. He wasn't even talking to anyone. Just standing, staring at me. At first, I thought maybe I knew him from somewhere. You know how sometimes a face triggers something faint in your memory? I gave a polite nod, but he didn't respond. His stare didn't change. It was locked on me, unblinking, expressionless, cold. I brushed it off. Maybe he was drunk, or just zoned out. I grabbed the drinks and headed back to my group. We laughed and chatted, but that feeling, that gnawing feeling of being watched, never left. Every now and then, I'd glance back toward the bar, and he'd still be there, still watching, always. But then he started moving. Not toward the bar, not toward anyone. Just slightly, angling himself to keep me within his line of sight. When I took a few steps to the left, he adjusted. To the right, again, he adjusted. He was tracking me. I nudged my friend and asked, "Do you see that guy? The one by the bar?" She looked, then frowned. "Yeah, what's his problem?" "I don't know," I said, "but he's freaking me out." We decided to leave. It was late enough, and the night was turning weird. As we made our way to the exit, I risked a final glance. He was gone, but then I saw him, outside, standing just beyond the entrance, under the street lamp. Waiting. We rushed to the car, laughing nervously, pretending it wasn't a big deal. Maybe just a drunk loner, maybe nothing at all. We got in, locked the doors, and started the engine. Before we drove off, I looked in the side mirror. There he was, standing on the edge of the lot, just staring, not approaching, not speaking, like a statue carved from shadow. I don't know what he wanted. I don't know who he was, but I do know this. That stare, blank, endless, and cold, will haunt me for the rest of my life. Story 2. The uninvited visitors. We were floating on the water, just chilling on our boat, drinks in hand, music low. It was late, past midnight, and the lake was still and quiet. The sky above us was a canvas of stars, the kind you only get away from the city. I was buzzed, feeling good, joking around. That's when I noticed them. A group of people on a nearby boat, staring at us. At first, I laughed. I thought maybe they were just curious, maybe jealous of our music or how loud we were being. But something about them felt off. I turned back around, brushing it off. But my friend Emerson wasn't laughing. He was dead quiet, staring back at them with a serious look I'd never seen before. "What's wrong?" I asked. "Something's not right about them," he muttered. "They're just standing there." I looked again. Sure enough, none of them were moving, not talking, just facing us. Their boat had no lights on. We couldn't see faces, just dark silhouettes. Still, silent. I tried to lighten the mood. I grabbed the megaphone from the dashboard and shouted, "20 to watch, fellas," trying to be funny. But as soon as I put it down, we heard it. A laugh. Not a normal laugh. It was low, rasping, guttural. It sent a chill down my spine. Emerson stood up suddenly and grabbed the anchor rope. "We need to get out of here," he said. "Now." Then came the splashes. 2 of them. Someone, or something, had jumped into the water from their boat. Now there was only one figure left standing. Panic set in. Emerson yanked up the anchor and yelled at me to start the engine. I hesitated, still half thinking this was a joke, but then I heard it. The sound of water being sliced by something or someone swimming toward us. I scrambled. The key turned. The engine stuttered, then coughed to life. Just as we began moving, a hand gripped the back of our boat. Emerson swung the anchor rope, yelling. The hand disappeared. We hit a sandbar trying to escape. I cursed, reversed hard, and we got away. But it wasn't over. Not 5 minutes later, another boat appeared. From the same direction. No lights, gaining on us. We pushed our old engine to its limits. Emerson sat gripping a flare gun, ready to shoot if we had to. I took a sharp turn, losing them, barely, and we docked at the shore like maniacs. To this day, we don't know who those people were, but they weren't normal, and they didn't want to say hello. Story 3. The Man at the Campsite. It started as a peaceful trip. My buddy and I went deep into the mountains for a camping weekend. We wanted to get away from everything. No phones, no schedules, no people. Just us, nature, and silence. The campsite we picked was perfect. So far off trail, it felt like we were the only 2 people on Earth. We set up, started a fire, grilled some food, and sat under the stars with beers in hand. It was quiet, in a way the city never is. You could hear everything, the snap of twigs, the rustle of leaves, the crackling fire. But then came a different sound. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate. We both paused mid-conversation, listened. More footsteps, circling us. We stood up. "Hello," I called out. "Anyone there?" Nothing. We scanned the tree line with flashlights. Nothing moved. But the moment we sat back down, it started again. Closer this time. Like whoever, or whatever it was, wanted to be heard. Then we saw him, a man, standing just beyond the edge of our firelight. Still, silent. We froze. He didn't speak, didn't move, just stared at us, half hidden behind trees, watching. "Hey, you okay?" my friend shouted. No response, no movement. And then he turned, slowly, and walked back into the woods. We didn't sleep that night. We sat back to back, fire burning bright, flashlights clutched like weapons. We waited for him to return, but he never did. At sunrise, we packed up and hiked out as fast as we could. We never saw him again. But I think he wanted us to see him, to know he was there, and that we weren't alone.